this session, Rob and I are glad to be able to welcome you back into the sanctuary for worship beginning Sunday, October 4th. We're grateful for all your presence at our online and phone-in services and your presence in our outdoor services. We'll continue our outdoor services at 9:30 a.m. each Sunday as long as our weather will hold out this fall until it gets to be too cold. If you're coming for worship on Sunday into the building, our service will be at 11 o'clock. That same service will still be streamed online and you can connect by phone as well. But we'll ask you to come in any of the regular doors into the church, the ones at the front of the building or the ones along the side of the building by the parking lot. We'll ask that you wear a mask. But then we want to show you some steps inside that we'll have in order to keep us all safe.
When you come on Sunday, we do want you to know that as the doors all lead to this area, the back of the sanctuary, that we ask that you stay physically distant from one another as you come towards the volunteers that will be stationed back here in this area. We do ask that you find one of the volunteers so that they can take your name and we can have the contact tracing that we need. They'll also have available thermometers to be able to take your temperature. If you've forgotten a mask, don't feel like you have to go back to your car and drive back home. We do have some available in adult and children's sizes so that you will be able to attend worship with a mask on. We also have hand sanitizer stations that we ask that you use when you do come to this space, and also there are ones in the other parts of the church for when you get to leave worship with us at the end of the service. For those of our friends who have used hearing assist devices in the past, they're still available. We ask that as you take one, use it while you're here, and then there will also be baskets for you to place them back into at the end of the service so that we can sanitize them and be ready for the next week's worship. We look forward to also showing you where a seat will be available. Our volunteers will be here to assist you, and we'll look at that area now together.
So when you come into the sanctuary, it might look a little different than it did prior to all of our changes that we've had to make in light of COVID-19. But the pews are marked for where you can sit. Anyone that lives in the same household together is welcome to sit together, whether that's one of you or 6 of you. But you can, if there is, you can come to a pew. It's marked with a yellow sticky note, and then the 2 pews behind it are blocked off so that there's enough distance between different households to keep us all safe during worship. When you come to a pew, at either end, a group can sit as long as you leave a good 6 feet between the 2 groups. Probably no more than about 5 people total between the 2 households that are seated together. But we ask that no more than 2 different households sit in a pew. Don't try to sit in the middle of the pew and leave the extra space. When you get to the pew, there will be a copy of the week's hymn, as well as a bulletin with announcements and that sort of thing. We will not have singing inside the sanctuary for now while the studies are still going on to understand the safety surrounding that. And because we're in a very old and beautiful building that doesn't have the newest air circulation, we're going to ask that you not sing during the hymn. If you're at home watching us online or listening by phone, you're certainly welcome to sing. But you can instead have the words in front of you as the organ is played and meditate on the words of the hymn. You are invited to share with us in the Lord's Prayer as you say that prayer quietly with your mask remaining on. But we're grateful to have you be able to be present with us in the sanctuary. Rob and I will be far up front when we are speaking, and in order to facilitate understanding of our speaking, we will remove our mask, but we will be a good 18 feet away from anyone, which is okay according to the safety protocols. We're glad to have you in here. In order to facilitate cleaning and sanitation of the sanctuary, we have removed the pew cushions as well as the hymnals and extra paper in the pews. So there will be, again, those papers with bulletin announcements and a copy of the hymn for the day left at each end of the pew for you to have and to use. But if you need a cushion, we invite you to bring one from home. We want you to be as comfortable as possible, but we also want you to be safe. So you're welcome to bring a cushion from home to utilize in the pew as well.
At the conclusion of worship, and we are so grateful for all of the gifts that continue to come into First Presbyterian Church that have helped us be able to continue the mission and ministry here at the church. There will be an offering plate available both in the front of the church and at the rear of the church for you to deposit your in-person offering. We also give thanks for those that have continued to give online or those that utilize automatic withdrawal, and those options will continue, as well as any day of the week that we are open, that you may stop by and drop off your offering envelope. We give you thanks for all of the ways that you bless this ministry. You'll see also at this station there will be another hand sanitizer for you to be able to utilize as you leave the church that day. Also, a recycle bin for you to place the announcement page and the hymn in so that we can have a touchless exit as you leave this holy space. For those of our friends that use the hearing assist device, there will be a basket for you to put the one in there, and that's also the basket in the back that we will make sure that those are all cleaned for the next week. And once we get to capacity in the main sanctuary, the library, as it always has been, will be a space that those of you that don't mind maybe having a bit of an obstructed view will be present in this space with all of us and can hear every word and the organ just off the side here in the library. We give thanks for all of the ways that you have blessed us and look forward to utilizing this space as well. We recognize that there could be a lot of interest in attending in-person worship in the next few weeks. And we give thanks for all of the grants and the gifts through friends of the church and through the Presbyterian women of the church that made our ability to live stream to not only the auditorium, but also the Rankin Room. As you'll see, this provides not only the live stream, but also the sound for you to be able to enjoy worship. If you're a family of four, we encourage you to sit at a particular table of your choosing. But if you are another individual, we encourage you to only sit with one other person at the tables in the auditorium. If you're an individual or a family that has a distinct special need, please do let us know. And we also have the youth room upstairs that can be utilized for just a special needs case where the individual really needs to remain isolated from the rest of the group here on Sunday mornings. We give thanks for all of the gifts and the patience and the time that brought the ability for us to live stream within the building to you, and look forward to being able to use it much longer into the future.
We're grateful for God's wondrous spirit that binds us one to another in community, no matter where we are. We are grateful that we can worship together outside. We're grateful that we can worship with you online and by phone. And we are grateful to be able to open the doors beginning this Sunday to worship inside the building. We trust that you will know best your own risk level and make the best decision for where you need to worship as we move forward. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Rob or I or any member of the session, and we'd be happy to talk with you some more. But we are grateful to be in a community of faith, to walk with you as we follow Christ, that we might bring Christ's light into the world. Thank you.